And it looked like Caitlin Clark is in some serious hot water with WNBA players over this alleged not voting for this strike. Guys, for this one here.
She's done. Honestly, this woman, she just alienated a huge portion of her fan base. You should see, I tweeted about this, and my Twitter feed is littered with people saying, I'm done with her. I'm over her.
Breaking news just rocked the entire basketball world. Team USA cuts are out, and Caitlin Clark's situation is worse than anyone imagined. Fans didn't just react. They walked out, they boycotted, and nearly 50,000 voices turned into one message. This isn't basketball anymore, because the same player who filled arenas, the same player who carried ratings, is now at the center of the biggest outrage of the year. Before this goes any further, like the video and comment, stand with CC, because this story explains why fans finally said enough. IT didn't begin at Team USA camp. It began months earlier, quietly.
Encompasses an entire season of them. The Fever have lost so many players to injury, but obviously none bigger than Clark. And there was such a wait for this second season after her magnificent rookie season. And then, you know, the anticipation of her possibly coming back, only for that not to happen, takes a lot of air out of the room, obviously takes
point fingers at Caitlin Clark, saying that she is the one that is possibly holding out, but it is looking spooky. Now, there's articles being reported on about Caitlin Clark possibly being the person that's been holding out.
Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA with expectations, pressure, and cameras everywhere. Every move was analyzed, every mistake magnified. She played through physical defense, through silence, through stretches where she wasn't given the same freedom others had. Still, she showed up, but fans noticed something early. The rotations felt strange, the benching felt unnecessary, and the respect felt delayed. The first crack appeared when the season reached its most intense stretch. Caitlin was suddenly labeled injured, but fans were confused because minutes later she was moving fine, shooting fine, competing fine. Social media noticed. Clips circulated. Questions grew louder. Why her? Why now? Team USA hope returns.
Caitlin Clark's all-star teammate, Kelsey Mitchell, on X on Monday dropped a cryptic tweet amid the 2026 WNBA free agency. The other thing she could be talking about is their feelings about NBA ownership / WNBA ownership and what's going on with the CBA. That's always possible. Could it be, we haven't talked about this, could it be that she voted that she was good with a strike, but somebody on her team did not?
Then came Team USA camp. For fans, this was redemption, a reset, a stage where politics disappear and basketball speaks. Caitlin arrived quiet, focused, locked in. And the moment she touched the ball, everything changed. Shots fell from deep, spacing opened, tempo shifted, veterans looked over. Coaches stopped talking, assistants stared at clipboards. This wasn't hype. This was dominance. Then came the bench. And suddenly she wasn't on the floor anymore. An explanation, an injury update, just benched.
Doing USA basketball. So Caitlin Clark was at USA basketball training, and she did one little media day, right? She did one little media day, and she spoke with reporters about the CBA negotiations. Now, many people now from that conversation is insinuating that Caitlin Clark is the one that is holding out with the CBA negotiations. Now, just like I stated, we can't definitively say Caitlin Clark is the one that is holding out. Now, this is what Caitlin Clark said. Let's blow it up right here.
I think very high level, and I think the most important thing for myself, thinking about these CBA negotiations, like, this is the biggest one of the WNBA.
Again, fans watching leaked footage felt it instantly. That same uncomfortable feeling returned. Cuts were announced, and it exploded. Names were released, rotations hinted, yet Caitlin's role was still unclear, still minimized. That's when it broke. Fans didn't just react online. Not trending outrage, not comments, action. Nearly 50,000 fans walked away. Tickets refunded, streams closed. Hashtags surged into the millions. Boycott. Respect her. Let her play. This wasn't hate. This was heartbreak turning into anger. Then came Kelsey Mitchell's tweet. One tweet changed the tone. Cryptic, short, but loud. NO names mentioned. NO accusations made. Yet Fever fans knew exactly what it meant. Free agency choices, support. The fire reignited. Emergency meetings followed. Inside Team USA offices, phones didn't stop ringing. Sponsors asked questions. Executives demanded explanations. Coaches held closed-door meetings, and so did league officials, because this wasn't about one player anymore. This was about credibility. Angel. Reese drama. The contrast. AT the same time. Another narrative unfolded.
There. She made it very, very clear that she does not want to be there, point blank, period. Let's get into this article here and see what Angel Reese had to say. Here it says, Angel Reese makes 2026 Chicago Sky announcement at USA basketball camp. Here it says, as it stands now, Angel Reese will be back in blue for the Chicago Sky next season. While speaking to reporters after the first day of USA basketball training camp Friday, Reese emphatically stated, I'm under contract for next year. I guess I plan on returning to the Sky. Damn. Yo, she don't want nothing to do with that team. Listen to the quote. I'm under contract. I guess I plan on returning to the Sky. I guess. I'm under contract for next year. I guess I'll be. Hey, y'all gotta trade her.
Angelou, that was a saying that she famously put out there long before social media. We cannot lose sight of the fact that there are members of Kelsey Mitchell's family that doesn't care for Caitlin Clark very much. It is what it is. The stuff went on social media. It caused a lot of issues at the time because they felt Kelsey should be getting as much or more love than Caitlin Clark. This is interesting. Here we go. A little reaction from people because a lot of people have got their theories. My boy Sneaky Pete, little advice. Don't ever bite the hand that feeds you. Let's just come out and say it. Would Kelsey Mitchell be nearly as popular as she is if she did not play with the Indiana Fever? Question mark.
Angel Reese, emotional, vocal, competitive, was clearly frustrated. Not officially stated, not on record, but visible through gestures, body language, and reactions. Fans compared the contrast. One player letting the game speak, another letting emotions spill, and social media did what it always does. It amplified everything. The coach was watching everything. The Team USA coach didn't intervene publicly, didn't comment, but insiders said one thing was clear. He was watching everything, not just shots, not just defense, but composure, pressure, response. Why does this hurt differently? Caitlin Clark never threatened, never demanded. She played. And that's why fans are furious, because when effort isn't enough, when excellence isn't enough, what is? The final turning point came after the cuts, after the silence, after the backlash. One truth became impossible to ignore. You cannot build the future while disrespecting the present. And fans made that decision loud and undeniable. This isn't about quitting. This isn't about suing. This is about choice. Caitlin Clark keeps choosing basketball, and now the question is simple. Will the system choose her back? Because fans already have.